tears when the pros did it. I was in tears. I didn't let the tears fall though, because I'm a thug. Y'all know I'm a thug, so I didn't let the tears fall. Like they will. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. Yes, I said My Twisted Life because it's weird for me to talk about myself in third person, even though the channel is Poetry's Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so that way you can be notified on whatever video that I put up for the week. Right now, we have The Equalizer, starring Queen Latifah. This is episode 2 of season 1. I still think this show is off to a good start. It has a lot of room to grow, and I think it will get there as time goes on. This episode is called Glory. 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 I don't know if I'm singing it the same way they sung it at the end, but it's basically, that was the score at the end of the episode, and this is where the title came from. We start this episode off with a lady named Aaliyah. They call her Aaliyah throughout the show, but her name was Aaliyah. She's a nanny for the Sattler family. It's the middle of the night. She done tuck the kids in, make sure that they safe and sound, while she FaceTiming her own kids, making sure they straight for the night too. Well, once Mr. Sattler gets home, she rushes on home to her family to find out that her house has been invaded. Her daughter's all bruised up and duct taped, down on the floor. Her son Jackson is nowhere to be found. Nowhere. He's been kidnapped, y'all. He has been kidnapped with a warning that if they notify the police, he is good as dead. Okay? Now, my first thought was, who the hell breaking into black people's house and stealing their kids? Like, for real? Besides people that's related to us or that we know. Because normally they would snatch our kids up off the street, snatch them out the park, snatch them out of Walmart. But actually coming into the house, snatching up our kids, this is a no-no for me, right? Especially if it's somebody that don't know us. Okay, and then they left the girl behind. They leave a whole person behind. Usually the girl is the first one that they grab because they trying to, traffic her off or some stuff like that. So I'm like, what does this nanny know? She got to know something that her family was specifically targeted. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Well, truth be told, the police, they wouldn't give a good goddamn about it anyway. Black babies being missing, no, they wouldn't give a fuck. Especially a young black boy. He must have ran away. That's the typical response that the police give black families when they go in there talking about their kids are gone missing, that your child was a runaway. There must have been something going on at the home. You know what I'm saying? That's the typical response that they give us. So I don't think calling the police would have mattered much anyway, especially in New York City. Well, we go over to Robin's. She going in round for round, doing a few punches on the boxing bag and everything like that. Who said Queen ain't in shape? Who said that? Who said she was overweight? Who said she was fat? Okay, shut up. I thought so. Now, this daughter, I told y'all, her attitude, it really bugged me. It really bugged me, but I did get a little better understanding of her during this episode. And Paula, the Sweets, if y'all see her down in the comment section, she said last week that there was a child on the Wife and Kids that had a child like this, and I was like, I can't remember somebody having this type of attitude on that show. Did I miss an episode? I don't remember. Like, I wanted to watch it back to see if I could understand who she was saying. I was like, she come with an attitude from the jump. I'm like, what? Well, anyway, she in her room screaming, child. So, of course, Robin and Auntie Vi, they rush in like, what's good? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Baby, she in the mirror trying to wax her own eyebrows. I could never. I will be in straight tears, y'all. I was in tears when the pros did it. I was in tears. I didn't let the tears fall, though, because I'm a thug. Y'all know I'm a thug, so I didn't let the tears fall. Like, they well up right there in the corner of the eyes, and I never let them descend, though, because thugs don't cry like that. But I haven't waxed my eyebrows in 2 years. Y'all know, if y'all been on this channel for a while, it was 2 years ago that I last said I was going to stop waxing my eyebrows because they had made them so damn thin and I want them to grow back in. They still haven't yet. They still have not established full connectability and fullness up in that joint, right? But anyway, y'all do-it-yourselfers, y'all sisters out there who can wax your own eyebrows, y'all some G's. Y'all, that shit hurts. It hurts. I can't even pluck my own eyebrows, y'all. Hell, my damn daughter just taught me how to pluck the chin hairs. Just taught me that, like, within this last year, for real. I used to get waxed that shit too. Wax on, wax off, right? That hurt too. Like, I tried to wax that before myself. Fail. I should have just did like dudes do. Dudes come out there with the clippers and they be like, yeah, a lot of brothers, they, you know, what's that? I can't even say sharpen, wax. They clip, they cut their eyebrows. A lot of dudes do that. It's not nothing familiar. It's not nothing feminine. You know what I'm saying? It makes them look better, especially when they got them bushes sitting up on their face. Like I have right now. I got little caterpillars laying up on my forehead right now. But anyway, the daughter says she getting all cute for this little school thing. I'm like, ain't she still grounded? Should she still be grounded for sneaking off, going to drinking, going smoking, and stealing? Ain't she still grounded, yo? She'd been grounded for months if it was the household that I came up in. Heck, and Robin and Auntie Vi don't believe her anyway. They don't believe it's a school thing. She ain't still grounded. Well, we don't know how long it's been, but it has been some time that has passed since the last episode, because Robin goes over to Melanie and Harry's and they imply that this new phone call about the kidnapping isn't like the other ones that they've already received, you know, the other ones that came through their crisis board. So she already been putting in work. We just don't know how long she been putting in work, but she done put in work long enough for the CIA to notice. She done put in, okay, so the decision is whether or not she's going to take this case. Of course she is. She's a mother, you know, and this mother sounds desperate. So I was wondering, though, like, how do you see dark web shit? Like, y'all know, y'all can let a sister know what kind of signs can y'all look for to find out the dark web. Like, maybe I need to take a cybersecurity class. I just had a girlfriend just go through the class, and she did really well in it. And then my daughter's best friend, she's in the cybersecurity school right now. That seemed like something that'd be interesting. I don't know what all the math is involved in science and stuff like that, but that sounds interesting. But anyway, Robin meets with Aaliyah. Turns out it was two white guys who snatched Jackson up, which is the son, and what they want is inside the Sattler house, the house that Aaliyah works in. So he got a safe up in there. We saw him going into the safe when the episode first opened up, and they need her to steal it, to take it out of there. At first I was thinking, this motherfucker got kids of his own. Why not snatch his? But it does make sense that if you want Aaliyah to do something and you want her to comply, is to affect her home and her household, right? So, and she'd be easily to control than an FBI agent, regardless if his kids are involved. So they claim that they have spies planted in the FBI. So if they get the police involved in any kind of way, they would know. So Aaliyah, like, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to get into that safe. I tried. It's alarmed. And 3 attempts make the police come. I was like, girl, you know a lot about the safe. How you know all that about the safe? How do you know all about that safe? And when did you try? Because you still in the same clothes as the day that it happened. Well, she need to figure it out by Friday or Jackson dies. And I'm thinking, no, he won't, girl. He's not going to die. Because they still won't have what they need. You know what I'm saying? Unless they kill all of y'all. That's the only way Jackson will die, is if y'all die too. But Robin is like, I got you, girl. I'm saying, just keep going to work. Act like ain't nothing happened. You know, it'll buy us some time. And his sister, Jackson's sister, was like, well, who are you? Some type of ex-cop? She said, no, I'm the one you call when you can't call the cops. Now, I wish that she had said something a little bit more simple, yet more impactful. Like, nah, better. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta say it with a curled lip, like, and some attitude. Boss it up a little bit. Like, nah, better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? She does produce this show. And I'm gonna have to get myself into the writer's room. Because I could have freaked that little exit scene that she just had right there with 2 words. Nah, better. And then do a universal head nod at the end. I'm saying that'd have been straight boss instead of that whole long sentence of, I'm the person you call when you can't call the police. That was too long. Too long-winded. Well, anyway, Bishop, Mr. Big, he ring her up like, girl, what is you doing? What is you doing? He saw her message on the dark web, and so did the CIA. And they don't like the idea of her going rogue or going private. She like, I don't work for them no more, and I thought you didn't either. So what you saying, right? So he like, I don't, but they still got me under my thumb because I already have no balls, but Those my words, not his. Those my words, not his. Like, she like, I'm using my superpowers for good. Girl, how many times you gonna say that? She said it first episode, now she's saying it again this episode. Please don't make that the catchphrase for all these episodes. It's not something that's like, it's not on fleek. It's not gonna catch on. No. But she feel like she ain't got no loyalty to the agency, right? They betrayed her. She feel like they betrayed her. And he like, look here, you do not want the CIA as your enemy. And she say, boy, bye. They don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke, okay? But Queen Latifah, I'm gonna need you to give me a little more grit. Say it with your chest, girl. Say it with your chest. Chris North is playing the scared to step out of the line role very well. You need to show up and show out with your attitude. Now, she did give him a little look, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, I wish a nigga would type of look. She did give him that. But I need you to say it with your chest, you know. I think you're going to get there because you have done this type of role before. You had that type of grit. I just know it's early on. You trying to produce and act in the show at the same damn time. So I understand it's going to take some time. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Now, everybody got access to this damn dark web. Everybody but poetry. How come I don't know where the fuck it's at? Because Officer Dante, he down there looking at it too. He looking at it too. Just following the chat streams, you know, line for line. Now, they can't track Robin, though, in the database. She non-existent. I mean, she is CIA or was CIA, of course, you know. She don't fucking exist. So, speaking of databases, though, in order to get the info that Sattler has, because like I said, he's an FBI agent, and what case he's working on right now, Harry would need to hack into the database of the FBI. He like, hell to the no. Melanie like, no, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? They think you dead anyway. He like, I want to keep it that way. I don't want them to wake up and realize I'm still here. Well, Harry's thought process, this is not breaking into Norton antivirus. That ain't what we doing. Their security was designed by people like me to keep out people like me. You know what I'm saying? I just need a few days though. But they don't have a few days. Remember, they got to have this done by Friday. So now, because they couldn't track that cell phone to anywhere, what they got to do is break into Sattler's house themselves and break into that safe. And Harry's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I just sat here and said I was not going to break into the FBI database. Now you want me to break into the house of an FBI agent? No, ma'am, Pam, that's not what we finna do. Y'all crazy is that one thing. Y'all crazy. But it's the only option right now, Harry. It's the only option. Or else everybody gonna die. You know doggone well he gonna kill the kid, the mama, and the daughter. I'm saying everybody gonna die. Well, Paula and a few other y'all said this. Y'all were right. Delilah's whole attitude has to do with the fact that her mama wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? By her being in the agency, she was always out overseas killing folks, right? Or doing piecework, according to what she told her daughter she did for a living. But Robin said that she had stopped working, you know what I'm saying? She stopped working overseas just to be there in her daughter's life. But Delilah's like, you know what? She left last night, okay? We woke up this morning. She ain't here now. She ain't changed. I don't see no changes. But her school thing, it's a performance that she don't want Robin to know about. She told Anvi was gonna tell Robin. Well, she said she didn't want them to know because she don't want her mama to be making her promises that she's not gonna keep. It's always been that way. Well, right now, Robin and Harry, they trying to attempt to break into the safe. Harry all incognito, trying to avoid the cameras, while Robin is all out and about, like her face is just out there. I mean, she don't exist anyway, but still. So they get into the little box and find this one file with this case with this woman named Nicola Kinza, right? She's a celebrity seducer, is basically how they described her. She's a get around girl, you know. Her whole damn file is redacted though. Like, why would they need to be in a safe? And like, if her whole file is redacted, and why we didn't look at none of the other stuff in her? He had more stuff in her. I mean, I got questions. Well, apparently, Nicola ain't who she says she is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe another spy, perhaps, or something. I don't know. But she's taken on the identity of someone who died 20 years ago. And I was like, wait a minute, I just solved the case. The two kidnapped dudes, you know, they were in the background of Nicola's photo that she had took, her little selfie she had took. And right now we see them out here trying to burn these two people alive. Two people who have betrayed their boss. So I say, Nicola, the mole they looking for. Because they was asking them who was the mole. Nicola is that mole they looking for. And they need to see that file to see who or what she's been saying. And she's the one that she's been talking to the FBI. Case off, right? So let's move on and see if I'm wrong. Well, before they light the fire, somebody comes into the warehouse. It's always an abandoned warehouse, ain't it, y'all? So instead of them lighting the fire and taking off, they want to go ahead hold a standoff with somebody who is sharpshooter enough to hit the fucking lighter out of their hand from over 100 feet away. They wasting bullets, shooting at a damn shadow on the wall, and she behind them. She right behind them, right? In the same direction that they should have just dropped that lighter and took off running in. But it's two of them with a gun. They feel like they could take him, right? Whoever. I would have rushed her ass. I would have rushed Robin's ass and taken my chances on my partner getting shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love my life. I love mine. I's gonna live. Okay? Well, maybe not, because when old bearded bro tried to pull a little hidden gun on her, he got capped. Pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? And then goatee dude, went for the gun on the ground. Pow, pow, pow. He got popped too. See you later. Bye. See you later. So maybe I wouldn't have took my chances with Robin. She was quick on the trigger, like, what? I got you, fool. Well, the two who were going to get burned, they didn't work directly for or with the bearded bros, you know what I'm saying? The girl was part of the trafficking ring, and they was her actual handler. So, oh boy, he was some kind of gentleman who was going to try to help her get to safety, whatever. So Nicola was in the same boat as she was, pretty much. I didn't think that they would allow the girls' faces to be so public, though, you know what I'm saying, in that type of situation. Anyhow, she can't remember exactly where she was being held, but she remember it was flashing lights outside of her window and the sounds of pots clanging and everything, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't think of, in my mind, what that could have been, where that could have been. But Robin figured it out. Someplace with a lot of wind, flagpoles, the boatyard. And that's where they said Jackson's being held to. They found some old real estate photos and compared them to where the radiator and the wallpaper and everything that was on the back wall. That's where Jackson's at. Okay. So now we back at the warehouse, though, where Robin done took out the bearded bros. The popos done showed up. And they called Dante, who was in a different jurisdiction. But because a homeless lady identified Robin, he called him in. But before he can get any real info, Sattler walks in, and his boys, they take over the case. Of course, the FBI would. So Harry, back at the spot, he doing his thing. He put two and two together and discovered the boat and its location. It happens to be owned by the dude who was in almost all of Nicola's pictures, who they thought was her boyfriend. So, like I said, they think she the mole. And they think she's not involved with the boyfriend by choice. But then, who is the FBI mole then? Sattler must think it's one of his own in order to hide the identity. Well, Robin, they head to the docks to get Jackson. And she gonna need some backup. So Melanie like, I'm riding, dog. I got a shotgun. And it appears that the club dude, I forgot his name, so I'm still calling club dude. He's the one who was like maybe running the trafficking ring. And the reason why I think that he's the one that's running it, because the other dude tell him, look here, we had two handlers that got taken out. What you mean we? They don't tell clients that information. Let's be messy. And he's saying we had two handlers that was taken out. So now this building that I thought was supposed to be a vacant building or abandoned building, why it look like somebody working there around the clock? You know what I'm saying? They opened the doors up for Robin and them like, hey, how can I help you? Robin came in a clipboard like she was the safety inspection, and took his dumb ass out with the fucking clipboard, y'all, with the clipboard. I love her little moves. I love it. Like she slammed that clipboard in his chest, shoved him up in the neck, knocked her. It was a good little fight scene. I like her fight scenes. I really do. I wish Melanie would have came in with the guns, but she's supposed to be the armory, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't do none of that. Did she even fight? No, Melanie didn't even fight. She didn't even bust a grape. Damn, we should have saw Melanie fight too. Anywho, then she came and took them out, and another little dude came up into another room. He like, oh my goodness, we got company. Fool, didn't you just hear all that commotion up front? Your boy just got his ass beat. And now you just got yours beat too. Beat the fuck down. Where they find that 1970s color TV from, y'all? Huh? It was the one that had the number 3 on it that you got to set on the TV, and then you got the U on the bottom dial and the rabbit ears that you probably got the like aluminum foil going through the middle. It had a good ass picture on it too for that TV to be that fucking old, right? Anywho, they busted her where the boys at, but what they found wasn't Jackson. They found a closet full of girls. Of course, Sattler and his boys show up on the scene. Now Dante just asked Sattler did he know Robin and who she was, and showed him a picture of her. So it just so happens that one of the victims let the FBI know that one of the people was a 40-year-old black woman. They didn't describe the Asian sidekick that was with her that rescued him, just a 40-year-old black woman. And they had the guys all wrapped up in a tiny little bow for him, waiting for them to be picked up. Now Slater, he looking like, who is that masked crusader? Who is she? You know what I'm saying? Well, Harry just revealed who the ringleader was. Like I said, club boy. And he running clubs, he running politicians, he running young girls, just like Jerry Epstein. The shade. Ooh, the shade. I didn't even have to say allegedly on that one because I didn't say it. They did. They did. You know what I'm saying? Well, Slater or Sattler, he went down there to Dante's, and he getting all the tea on Robin. And for some reason, it's making me think that Sattler had something to do with it. And I was like, no, it don't make sense. Because why would they be breaking into his house? Or why would he be trying? So yeah, I don't know. But it's just weird because the way that Dante was like, I want to bring her in. And like, see him, vigilante on the streets. And Sattler's like, good luck with that, homie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that made it weird. But it wouldn't make sense for Sattler to be the one involved. Anywho, she came out of her house. No, she got to take him. Her car been disabled, and then she seen him. I thought it was Bishop at first, but no, it's some other CIA agent saying he ready to go to war with her because she took on private cases. Like the CIA is saying, you can't save people unless I tell you to. That's basically what they're saying. But he said they will calm things down if she just come back and work for them. So in the meantime, she get this distress call from Aaliyah. When she get there, Aaliyah pulls out a damn gun on her. Like, I need you to save my son. You got the information that I need, and I'm not leaving it until you give it to me. Her hand all trembling, what I'm saying? You got my, she's trembling and shit. And Robin was like, that's all she had to do is yank her one good time. That's all she had to do. But she was like, you right. You right. She got the gun at her. She's like, yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this together. You and I. We will rise again. Bring it in. So gave her a hug and everything. I was like, girl. Anyway, why Leah still got on the same fucking clothes? Everybody else in this doggone episode has changed clothes. Days have passed, and she going to work every day, and she still got the same clothes on. It ain't like she a grieving woman inside the house. Wash your stinking ass, sis, and put some new clothes on. I just don't understand why this one character had on the same outfit the whole damn time. Anywho, Queen, she had the nerve to stand her damn daughter up. She called her up, tell her she was gonna stand up. Delilah even had her whole speech down, word for word. She has done it so much that she already know the routine. And I was like, Robin, girl, I was hoping you would have came through for her. But this is what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna make her whoop her ass, in 5 minutes, then make it over to Times Square before the last notice sung, predictable, right? So what Queen do? She taking Nicola in for exchange for Jackson. I don't know where the fuck she found her at, but she found her. And then the club boy was like, well, you can have the boy, but you ain't leaving until I find out that she the damn rat, you know what I'm saying? So he picked up the folder that Queen had threw to him, Robin had threw to him, and guess who face in there? His number 2. Nicola's face has been replaced. He's so stupid. He didn't even look at anything else in the file. That's all he did was look at the photo and then decided to pull his gun out on his boy. That's what friends are for. You know what I'm saying? So boom goes the dynamite, right? Melanie done set off an explosion like pow, you know what I'm saying? And so they able to cause a distraction where Jackson, Nicola, they was able to get them out of there unharmed. So I was right. Nicola was the mole. I was right. Robin got to make it over there to see Delilah sing. Like I said, there's a lot of predictability here, but still, it's not a bad show. I was surprised, though, that Melanie actually went back to Sattler's house with them and showed her face. I was really surprised about that. Well, Robin, she basically just sold her soul back to the devil. She had called Bishop up and told him, look here, I'm going to rejoin the CIA and do their little fucking dirty work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she negotiated for just causes and freelance work only. But this the government. This the government, girl. You can't trust them. They blackmailed you to have you come back to work for them. You can't trust them. Well, I mean, she put out her little threat, like if they come near my family or they lie to me, I'm going to come for their ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on her to go for the CIA. I'm waiting for her to come for them. That's what I'm looking forward to. Anyway, right-hand man dude, he didn't die. He was trying to escape, and Sattler ran up on him. That was easy. I don't know why it was so easy to do. He convinced him to become the snitch. And Club Boy, his hair's all tousled and shit from the gunfight. He getting picked up at the airport. And the cop, who turned out to be the mole, is one of the team members. I thought it was going to be the guy with the beard who was taking all the phone calls and the one who made the statement about Robin. It was some other little random dude, Cooper, whatever. He didn't even have no lines for real. I think he had like one damn line. Anyway, that's who the damn mole was. He was at the boatyard. I swear, that song Glory, they stretched it the hell out. My goodness, y'all. She done rescued a little boy, dropped him off to his mama, made it through New York traffic. New York traffic. Y'all have ever been to New York? Y'all know how thick New York traffic is, especially going down towards Times Square, and you got a whole school down there singing a song. That traffic is hella thick. She done made it all the way across town after doing all that fussing and fighting and rescuing and shit. Made it through New York traffic, and they still had 3 verses left to sing. 3 whole verses left to sing, baby. It was a long ass song. Oh my God. But Delilah saw her mama was there. She was happy and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Bishop was happy she was coming back to the CIA, which I don't understand why Bishop is the one doing all the negotiations and he ain't even with the CIA. At least that's the lie he telling. Anyway, for the most part, this was a good episode for me. And again, if y'all have not been subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. You know, we can agree to disagree. We ain't finna be fucking disrespectful though this week. We not finna have that. We not finna have that. Ain't gonna be no fucking race baiting. I don't take that shit down in my comment section. Y'all have a good day. Peace.